You opened your US LLC, you registered it, you got your EIN, and maybe you even opened a bank account. And you thought, I'm done. I'm ready to do business. But there's one thing the IRS is waiting for that most foreign LLC owners have never heard of. And if you miss it, the penalty starts at $25,000. Not because you made money, not because you did something wrong, simply because you didn't file Form 5472. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, who needs to file it, and how to avoid penalties before the IRS comes for you. My name is Angie Ortega. I'm a tax accountant and I specialize in helping non-US residents and expats who own or are building US businesses to stay fully compliant with the IRS without overpaying or getting caught off guard. I've worked with entrepreneurs from Canada, Latin America, Europe, and beyond. And this Form 5472 is the #1 compliance gap I see every single week. So let's start with who this affects. If you're a non-US resident, meaning you don't live in the United States, and you own a single-member LLC, this applies to you. A single-member LLC owned by a foreign person is treated by the IRS as what it's called a foreign-owned disregarded entity. That's just a tax language for a company that's invisible for income tax purposes, but still has reporting requirements. And that reporting requirement is Form 5472, plus what's called a pro forma Form 1120. Form 5472 is an information return. It's not a tax payment, it's a disclosure. The IRS uses it to track transactions between US entity and its foreign owner. What kind of transactions? This is where most people are surprised. It's not just sales or revenue. Reportable transactions include money you contributed to the LLC to get it started, payments you made to register the company, meaning Secretary of State, a lawyer, money you transferred into the LLC account, money you took out as a distribution, and any services you provided to or received from the LLC. In other words, almost everything that flows through between you and the company is a reportable transaction. Here's what makes this penalty dangerous. It doesn't matter how much money your LLC made. If you opened the LLC and you put in $500 for the registration, that's a reportable transaction, and it needs to be filed under Form 5472. If not, the IRS can assess a $25,000 penalty fee per year per form. And it gets worse. If the IRS finds you, not the other way around, and you still haven't filed, the penalty can go up to $50,000 for continued non-compliance. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this because most of my clients had no idea. Their accountant back home didn't know, their lawyer who helped them open the LLC didn't mention it. I had clients that used website platforms and didn't know. This is a very specific US international tax requirement. Now let me explain the second piece, the pro forma Form 1120. This sounds more complicated than it is. Form 5472 can be filed on its own. It has to be attached to a corporate tax return, Form 1120. Even though your LLC doesn't pay corporate taxes, so you file a pro forma 1120, a bare bones version of the form that exists purely as a container for Form 5472. Think of it this way. Form 5472 is the report and the pro forma 1120 is the envelope. You can't send the report without the envelope. So what do? Here's the pathway forward. Step 1, determine if you need to file. If you're a non-US resident, you own a single-member LLC, and any money has moved between you, relatable parties, or the company, yes, you likely need to file. Step 2, gather your records. Document every transaction between you and the LLC for the tax year in question. Step 3, work with a tax professional who understands international compliance. This is not a standard domestic return. And step 4, file on time. The deadline is April 15th. Extensions are available, but the form still needs to go in. A lot of you watching this right now have an LLC that's been open for a year or two, and you've never heard of this form. Don't panic. Late filings is fixable. The IRS has a procedure for catching up on missing filings, and in many cases, penalties can be reduced or eliminated if you come forward proactively before the IRS contacts you. The key word there is proactively. The window to do this on your terms doesn't stay open forever. So if you're not sure whether your LLC is compliant, don't wait for the IRS to tell you it isn't. That letter costs $25,000 minimum. The link below on this video will take you directly to schedule a compliance review with my team at NuBoost. We'll look at your situation, tell you exactly what you need to file, and take care of it correctly on time. If you found this video useful, subscribe. Every week, I will cover the tax and compliance topics that affects non-US entrepreneurs with a US business. I'll see you in the next video.